As humans, we tend to pick up on the negatives in our surroundings. And if you think about it, that makes sense really. Our caveman ancestors had to be highly attuned to any small change in their environment, particularly negative ones, just to stay alive. Any slight change could be a threat, and therefore cortisol, the stress hormone, is released and the fight or flight response is triggered. In today's modern society, we've retained this instinct, but the world has changed a lot. We are constantly being overstimulated by new information, and our fight or flight response is constantly being triggered by all kinds of things. An approaching deadline at work, a difficult colleague, a tweet we don't agree with, the news, especially the news at the minute. We are living in a constant state of fight or flight, which causes chronic stress and anxiety. And the things that trigger us don't even pose a threat to us, at least not in a physical sense. So, if we are genetically wired to be this way, then what can we do to stop it? Can we stop it? The answer to that is yes, it is possible. We can do it by intentionally disrupting our genetically predisposed responses with affirmations. In today's video, I'm going to explain what affirmations are, how they work, and how you can get started with them to start living your life with less stress. And the best part, all you need is a pen, a piece of paper, and 5 minutes per day. Hi everyone, I'm Caitlin and welcome to Twig. At Twig, we discuss all things personal development with videos to help you achieve more success but with less stress. So if that sounds like something you're going to be interested in, then please subscribe to my channel and tap the notification bell to find out when my new videos go live. So what even are affirmations and how do they work? When we're in a position that makes us anxious or stressed, we often try to avoid it. And that makes sense because if you avoid it, you don't have to face the threat, which makes us safe. If you're worried about driving, for example, you'll just not drive because you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're going to get stressed because of it. Similarly, a more common fear might be spiders. If you're scared of spiders, just avoid spiders. Sometimes avoidance can take other forms. For example, if you have a job interview, before the interview you might be saying things to yourself like, I'm not good enough for this job, I'm never going to get it. I don't know how I've got the interview. I shouldn't really be here. How have I ended up here? It's just impossible. That's one of two things. Number one, it's a self-protection technique, because if you expect the worst, then you're not going to be disappointed if the worst happens. Number two, they're self-sabotaging thoughts, because you genuinely don't have the confidence in your own abilities. Either way, if you go into a job interview genuinely believing that you're not going to get the job, then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You come across as less confident because you already don't believe that you're good enough. Your body language might come across as really closed and unapproachable. Your answers to questions might be subpar because you don't actually believe that you're capable of answering them properly. And then lo and behold, you don't get the job. Now imagine if before you went into that interview, you were saying things to yourself in your head like, I know I can do this, I've got this, I'm capable of doing well at this interview, all I can do is my best, I know that I can get this job if I carefully consider my answers to the questions, I am more than good enough for this job. How much different do you think your performance in the interview would be? Well, you're definitely much more likely to smash it because you'd walk in with more confidence in yourself. Now, of course, it's incredibly important to prepare for an interview before you go in, and affirmations alone are not going to get you the job. But they're a tool that you can call upon when you need it to shift your mindset from a negative way of thinking to a positive way of thinking. They help you shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch this video up here where I explain what fixed and growth mindsets are and how developing a growth mindset can help you change your life. Affirmations interrupt the fight or flight response and replace it with self-confidence and positivity. It's not very common to be naturally confident and positive because of the reasons that I explained before. We're genetically predisposed to notice negatives. It's on us to start interjecting those thoughts with positivity. Now I know you might be thinking now, this is giving me a law of attraction and manifestation vibes. And that's because the law of attraction is based on these principles. But for me, it can sometimes be taken a bit too far and branch into pseudoscience. So I don't completely buy into it. Whereas affirmations have been proven in multiple scientific studies to reduce stress and anxiety, to increase confidence, to help you perform better at work, improve sleep, and increase your self-worth. Now, anything that can do all of that for free is definitely something I think is worth trying. So now we know what affirmations are, how do you actually get started with them? But they don't just help you in job interviews. If they're used over longer periods of time, they can have a lasting positive impact on your overall mindset, improving the probability of positive outcomes and making you a happier person in general. But first, you need to decide what you want your affirmations to help you with. If you want affirmations to help you manage anxiety, then go on Pinterest and search for affirmations for anxiety. Look through all of the results and choose some affirmations that resonate with you. After you've got the general gist of affirmations, you'll be able to write your own. But to start with, it's much easier just to use ready-made ones. If you're a bit stuck and you can't find any that you like, have a look at my TikTok, which I'll link below, or my YouTube shorts, because I regularly post new affirmations on there. Some affirmations you'll read and they just won't feel right. They'll feel a bit wrong, they'll feel a bit cringy. The ones for me that feel a bit cringy are the I am beautiful affirmations. I don't know why. Maybe that indicates some internal work that I've got to do, but I just can't. I don't like those ones. You might, and that's great. But yeah, it makes me cringe. When you see those affirmations that just don't sit right with you, don't write all affirmations off as just weird and cringy, because they're not. You'll eventually find ones that work for you. Here's a few that I like. I'm proud of what I have achieved today. Tomorrow is another opportunity to work towards my goals. I am capable of achieving great things. You don't actually have to believe all of the affirmations that you choose, but using them regularly is going to help you build your self-confidence. Your self-belief will start to grow because your negative thoughts will have been interrupted by small snippets of positivity. Once you've chosen your affirmations, it's time to start using them. There's loads of ways you can use affirmations. You can write them down, you can read them through to yourself. Some people stand in front of the mirror every morning and read them back to themselves. You can incorporate them as part of your journaling routine, or just say them in your head. Whichever works best and is most comfortable for you. I like to read through affirmations before I go to sleep, because I sometimes have trouble falling to sleep. By reading calming affirmations like, my to-do list can wait until tomorrow, I am calm and relaxed, I'm pleased with the outcome of today. It helps me to de-stress and not overthink and become overwhelmed by all the things that happened in the day that I wasn't completely pleased with. I also use affirmations to set my intentions for the week. So on a Sunday night, I'll sit down and I'll write down all of my goals for the week ahead. And then after that, I'll write down affirmations like, I am focused on my goals. If I become distracted, I know I can pull my focus back. I'm excited to get started. I am more than capable of achieving my goals. It helps me start the week on a positive note with strong intentions. It also really helps with Sunday scaries when you get a bit anxious for the first day of the week. Just know that it does feel a bit strange at first, especially when the concept of affirmations is new to you. It feels a bit weird saying these statements that you might not even believe to begin with, but persevere with it, because over time, these intentional interventions in your thought processes add up to create an overall more positive mindset. Challenge yourself to try affirmations for a week and see how you feel afterwards. It doesn't have to be a big task. Literally just 5 minutes a day, even less, is enough. And let me know how you get on in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the notification bell to find out when my new videos go live. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Spud says bye. She says bye.